Hello students, today we are going to study the MySQL insert statement. The MySQL insert statement allows you to insert one or more rows into a table. The following is the syntax of the insert statement. Insert into are the keywords, then the name of the table, and then you specify a list of comma separated columns C1, C2, dot dot dot. In the next line, you specify the values by a comma separated list of values. So the list of values are v1, v2, dot dot dot. Okay, and you terminate the query with a semicolon. The number of columns specified in this query here and the number of values should be the same number. Okay, also the column number and the value number should correspond. Suppose you are inserting into a table and the first column is say name. Then your value here also, the first value here also should be name. The second column is roll number. Then here also the second column should be a roll number. Okay, so similar, the values and the column name should be corresponding. You can also insert multiple rows into a table using a single insert statement. To do that, you can use the following syntax. Insert into the name of the table followed by a comma separated list of columns inside the parenthesis followed by the values. The value for each row is specified on a separate row here for you to clearly understand. So for example here, these are the values of the first row. Okay, these are the values for the second row and these are the values for the nth row. You separate the values for each row with the help of a comma and you terminate the query with a semicolon. Let's see an example of inserting a values into a table. So let's create a table for that. So we use the create table. Okay. Then if not exists, we'll create the table if the table is not existing in the database. Okay. Only if it is not existing, then it will create the table task. If it exists, then it will not create the table. Then we make the following columns, or we create the following columns: task ID, title, start date, due date, priority, and description. Then we specify a constraint that the primary key of the table will be task ID, that is this column. Okay. Again, task ID has been specified as of the type data type integer. Okay. Also, we specify that task ID column will be auto increment. Auto increment means each time a new row is inserted, the value of this column will be increased automatically sequentially by 1. Okay. Remember, auto increment will increase the value sequentially of this column by 1. Okay. Similarly, title data type is varchar, length is 255, start date and due date of the data type date, priority is of the data type tiny int, and description is of the data type text. Now, among all these columns, the priority and the title are set as not null. They cannot contain null values. Okay. The other columns can contain null values such as start date, due date, and description. The primary key, again, the column for primary key is task ID, that will not be null. You cannot have the primary key as null. Okay. So the columns which are not null are task ID, title and priority. Priority, again we use one constraint. We specify the default value as tree. So in case no value has been specified, the default value that will be stored for the priority column will be tree. Let's see how to insert values now inside these tables. So once you have created the table, okay, table is having 6 columns, we are going to insert some data inside these tables. Let's see first how to insert one row at a time. Okay, so the following statement will insert a new row into the task table. So what we are going to do is we're going to insert data into 2 columns. Okay, both these columns are defined as not null, that is your title and the priority columns. So the data that is going to be stored is, the title that will be stored is learn MySQL insert statement, and the priority for that is been set as 1. These are the column names, okay, C1 and comma C2, and these are the values V1 comma V2. So this is just as per the syntax that you have studied. After you have performed the insert operation, you can see the data by using this select statement. Select asterisk from task, which will retrieve all the data that is present in the table. So as you can see here, the title has been stored here as learn MySQL insert statement, and the priority has been set to 1. The remaining columns, which we did not specify the values, start date, due date and description, there the values are stored as null, since we didn't specify the values. We didn't specify the value for the primary key also, but since we had set the auto increment keyword while creating the table, automatically you start with, since the first row has been created, by using that auto increment, automatically the value will be stored as 1. Okay, since we have specified the auto increment while creating the table, as you can see here, because of this auto increment, the task ID will be incremented by 1 every time a new row is been inserted. So in the second example, let's see how to insert row using the default value. So if you want to insert a default value into a column, then you can do it in 2 ways. In the first method, you ignore both the column name and the value in the insert statement. In the second method, you specify the column name in the insert to clause and use the default keyword in the values clause. Okay, so now we will see an example of the second method. Now you remember that when we were creating the table, we had set a priority, okay, and the default of that priority was set to tree. Okay, so just remember this. So this column priority, the default was set to tree. So we will see how to insert using the default. So we are again inserting. So we use the keyword insert into the name of the table task and the name of the columns where we want the data to be inserted. So followed by the values that we want to insert. So these are the column names, title and priority, and the values that we want to insert. In the title, we want to store understanding default keyword in insert statement, and in priority, we want to store the default value. Okay, so we use the keyword default. Okay, so now since we had set the default value for this column as tree when we were defining or we were creating the table, when this insert operation is executed, this text will be stored in the title, that is understanding default keyword in the insert will be stored in the title, and the default will be replaced by the value tree, and the priority will be updated of it as tree. So the default keyword will be replaced with the value that we had specified while creating the table. Therefore, the priority will be set to tree. Okay. The remaining columns that we didn't specify are set to null. So the start date, due date, and description are set to null. And the task ID is auto incremented. So sequentially it is auto incremented. So by 1, from 1 it will become 2. So in the next example, let's see how to insert multiple rows using a single insert statement. Okay. So we again use the keyword insert into the name of the table task, and we mention the columns where we want the data to be inserted. So the name of the columns is title and priority. Then we specify the values. We specify the values for now 3 rows. So the row 1 data, second row data, and the third row data. So we specify the values for each row separated by a column, by a comma, sorry, by a comma. So the row, the data for each row is separated with the help of a comma. Okay, and the query is terminated with a semicolon. So as you can see here, when we retrieve the data from the table after the insert query, the data will be inserted into 3 different rows as it can be seen here. So the title for the first row is my first task. Okay, the priority for it is 1. The second row that we inserted was it is the second task, priority is 2. The third row that we inserted was this is the third task of the week and the priority for that was 3. Okay, we have inserted 3 rows simultaneously. Okay, and the task ID gets automatically incremented as the rows are getting inserted. So from 4 it becomes 5, from 5 it will become 6, and from 6 it will become 7. So the task ID gets automatically incremented. So thank you for listening.